Good morning, students. I am going to continue with chapter 5. My first topic is radicals. Okay, so what do you mean by radicals? An atom, okay, or a group of atom. An atom, okay, suppose sodium is an atom or a group of atoms which contain positive or negative charge. Okay, which contains positive or negative charge is known as a radical. Okay, an atom or a group of atom means two atoms. Okay, means two atoms. Okay, for example, you can write NO3. This is a group of atom. In this, one should be positive charge, one should be negative charge. So, an atom or a group of atoms containing positive or negative charge is called radical. So, the types of radicals. First one is basic radical. Second one is acidic radical. Third one is simple radical. And fourth one is compound radicals. Okay, so these are the types of radicals. So the radicals having positive charge, that type of radicals are called basic radicals, or it is also called cation. Okay, the radicals having positive charge are known as basic radicals or cations. They are called basic radicals. Example, sodium. Okay, so the radicals which have positive charge, they are known as basic radicals, or they are also called cation. Okay, now second one is acidic radical. The radicals having negative charge are known as acidic radicals, or it is also called anion. Okay, it is also called anion. For example, chlorine. Okay, chlorine is having negative charge, sodium is having positive charge. So sodium is the example of basic radical and this chlorine is the example of acidic radical. Okay, now come to the third one, simple radical. What do you mean by simple radicals? A radical is a simple radical when it consists of only one atom. If in the radical only one atom will be there, it consists of only one atom. So that type of radical is called simple radical. Okay, a radical is called a simple radical when it consists only one atom. If in the radical only one atom will be there, so that type of radicals are called simple radical. For example, sodium. In this only one atom of sodium is there. Okay, chlorine, one atom of chlorine is there. Okay, magnesium, one atom of magnesium is there. So these are the example of simple radical. One thing always you have to remember, that whenever you are writing radicals, example of radicals, you have to write the charges also, whether it is positive or negative. Okay, you have to write the charges also with the element's name. Okay, now the fourth one is your compound radical. What do you mean by compound radical? When a radical is formed by a group of two or more different atoms, when two or more different atoms are combining together, okay, they form a compound radical. Okay, for example, NH4 plus. In this you can see two different atoms are there. Okay, one is nitrogen atom and second one is hydrogen atom. So in this you can see two different atoms are combining together. Okay, group of two different atoms. So that is why it is an example of compound radical. Okay, one more example, SO4. Okay, in this you can see one atom is of sulfur and second atom is of oxygen. So it is a group of two different atoms. Okay, when two different atoms are combining together, they form a compound radical. So these are the example of compound radical. Okay, so once again I repeat, first one is the basic radical, the radical which have positive charge, they are called basic radical or cation. Second one is your acidic radical, the radicals which have negative charge, they are called acidic radical or anion. Simple radicals, the radicals is called a simple radical when it consists of only one atom. When it consists of only one atom, then it is called simple radical. Last one is the compound radical, when a radical is formed by a group of atoms or group of different atoms. Okay, that type of radicals are called compound radicals. So these were about the radicals. Now my second topic is your valency. What do you mean by valency? Now you have to listen about valency. Second topic is your valency. So valency is the combining capacity of an atom. Okay, of an atom. An atom how much it can combine. Okay, that is called the valency of an element. Okay, so valency is defined as the combining capacity of an atom, how much that atom can combine. Okay, combining capacity of an atom is called valency of that particular element. Okay, valency is the combining capacity of an atom. Okay, for example, H2O. Okay, valency is also determined by the number of hydrogen attached with any other atom. Okay, you can say that valency of many elements are derived from their ability to combine with hydrogen atoms or to replace them in compounds. In a compound, how many hydrogen atoms are combined? Okay, with the help of this also you can find out the valency. Okay, for example, in this the valency of oxygen is 2. How? Because in this 2 atoms of hydrogen are combined with oxygen. Okay, so that is why the valency of this oxygen will be 2. Okay, for example, one oxygen atom, okay, one oxygen atom combines with 2 atoms of hydrogen. Okay, one oxygen atom combines with 2 hydrogen atom to form water. That is why valency of oxygen is 2. Okay, one more example you can see CH4. In this you can see one atom of carbon is combining with 4 atom of hydrogen to make methane. So that is why valency of carbon is 4. Okay, one more example, ammonia. One atom of nitrogen is combining with 3 atoms of hydrogen. So what will be the valency of this nitrogen? Yes, it is 3. Valency of nitrogen is 3. So likewise we can find out the valency with the help of the number of hydrogen atoms combined with the atom. Okay, HCl. Okay, in this you can see only one atom of chlorine is combining with one atom of hydrogen only. So that is why valency of chlorine is 1. Okay, so we can say that valency is defined as the combining capacity of an atom. Okay, valency of an element is defined as the combining capacity of an atom of that particular element. So this is about the valency. Now depend upon the valency, elements are of 4 types. Okay, depend upon the valency, elements are of 4 types. First one is monovalent. Second one is bivalent. Third one is trivalent. And fourth one is tetravalent. Okay, fourth one is tetravalent. So elements whose valency is 1, they are called monovalent, because mono means 1. Elements whose valency is 2, they are called bivalent, because bi means 2. Trivalent. Element whose valency is 3, they are called trivalent. Okay, and the last one is the tetravalent. Elements whose valency is 4, they are called tetravalent. So depend upon the valency, elements are of 4 types. Okay, and example of monovalent is sodium, example of bivalent is calcium, example of trivalent is aluminium, and example of this tetravalent is carbon. So likewise you have to define the types of valency. Now the valency of a radical is equal to the number of positive or negative charges on it. If you have to find out the valency of any radical, okay, for example, if you have to find out the valency of this sulfate, in this sulfate you can see 2 minus charges are there, so its valency will be 2. Okay, for example, one more example you can see ammonium. Ammonium, only 1 positive charge is there, so its valency will be 1. So in table 5.4 all the radicals valencies are given. Okay, that we have to learn. Okay, I hope you understood. Thank you so much.